All right, so I'm going to be talking about SOUN, SoundHound. So we talked about this one many times, and in the past, well, pretty spot on every single time, pretty much. If you are somebody who's not patient and who just comes in, follows every tick, and comments about someone being right or wrong, I mean, this is not the place to be. You might end up losing 100% of your money if you're following random guys like me on YouTube. So last time we talked about this one, we talked about this name pretty much chopping around these levels and killing premium, especially after this move where I walked away pretty decent money. I don't know, 1000%, whatever. But I called about this action because of a pattern that I saw with Marathon Digital, which I compared. Let's go take a look and show you that chart once again. Maybe there are some people who are new watching this channel for the first time. We compared it to this move, Marathon in 2023, rallies to 30, and it does pretty much produce this move. Does it look familiar? Does it look familiar to anybody? Do you see this? If I didn't show you this name and maybe showed you just this section of this stock, would you say it looks like a SoundHound pattern where it rallies to the up, chops around, flushes down to 50-day moving average, chops around, and spends time right here? Well, because I had confidence that this is looking like identical pattern, I was able to recognize SoundHound flushing move from 24 all the way to those $13 levels. And I even made a video about that one, okay? And I made money on that one. It's not that like I just called out. I'm not a theoretician guy, YouTuber. I talk about things that are on my watch list and stocks that could be potentially interesting to me. And that's why this was on my watch list, and I traded one, and I'm still watching it for something like this. Look at the SoundHound now. So of course we know it could be two totally different companies, but the pattern, okay? Pattern, capitalization of the stock, size, the way it moves. Look at SoundHound now. What does it do? And maybe even timing could be around the same time as well. It was in the beginning of 2024, around February, and at the end of the year, it has a rally, chops around. It may not look like 100% one-to-one, but it is pretty much same pattern to me. So I'm watching SoundHound. Well, I was talking about last time. If it breaks below 12 or 13 right here, then it's bearish. So far, as long as it's staying here, above here, it is not looking bearish to me unless it cracks these levels. So to the upside, 17 is my resistance, and potential go take out even this 25, maybe 27, 28. This stock is a $6.2 billion company. And again, I'm not a fundamental guy. I just glance at what's going on with overall revenue and stuff. But if it's, as long as it's not a large cap or S&P 500 name, I care less about looking at the fundamentals of that business, okay? I look at these names as a possible trading setups, and it's just trading opportunities. Nothing more, nothing less. So I have brought up this as well. So this is short volume, okay? So this is not accurate data, but in terms of the volume, daily volume, in the last few trading sessions, maybe, or maybe more, it doesn't have much of a short volume, okay, in terms of a percentage of the daily. But what is interesting today, at least February 4th, I'm looking, there's no shares available to short. I mean, there are available some tens, 15,000, 6,000, 2,000. These are nothing, okay? This is pretty much considered it hard to borrow. This stock has hard to borrow shares. I'm sure other platforms might have plenty more shares to locate for their clients, but I'm looking just this data from one broker, Interactive Brokers. But again, for me, it is considered hard to borrow, And as soon as stock starts pushing higher, especially where the volume, share outstanding 336 million, short float, this is what I care about, 31%. So last time when I talked about this one, especially after breaking out this $10 area, I made a video about this one. You can go take a look. I mean, there are many videos we talked about this one. Potential of being 20 and then stalling out and then fading. Pretty spot on so far, okay? The point is, when that breakout happened, until that breakout happened, short sellers were confident, okay? And then you can see the volume. Pay attention to the breakout area and then the volume. This is something I'm looking for. So for me, in order to participate in a long position in this stock, I want to see volume get back above the average. So let's say average right now is 50 million, 60 million, maybe even 70 million. As soon as it starts trading more than that, it's gonna squeeze the heck out of those shorts. 30% float, give or take 100 million shares short. It will take 2 days for them to cover their short with this volume. Okay, maybe even 3 days if it trades at 75. But you get the point. Like those days when it started squeezing, it was trading with extreme volume, and a lot of people assume that that volume is going to persist, which is not true ever, actually, because at some point people's attention shift to something else and these stocks pretty much lose interest. But I'm going to be watching volume, I'm going to be watching price levels, and at the same time I'm going to be watching, since I trade options, option flows. Okay, so today so far, 2 more hours left, 98,000 calls being traded, 52,000 puts being traded, and that's a put to call ratio. And you can see 36% of the calls being traded at the asking price, meaning people are trying to buy calls. But there are a lot of puts as well. Puts could be selling. Okay, you can go take a look at the individual orders yourself. It's very simple. You come, take a look at any platform you have. You look at the option statistics. You take a look at the option volume. I mean, I have put together a little course down there, but again, you don't have to buy it, okay? It's very simple. If you have time and if you're not lazy guy, you can figure it out. Just take a look what your orders are being executed. Are they being executed at the asking price or at the bidding price? But what I'm looking when I am trading, again, just because I'm looking at certain stocks that are trading or making a video about, it doesn't mean that I make money all the time. No. I lose money as much as you do, probably. But my goal is when I make money, I want to make at least 5, 7, 10 times of my money that I'm risking. It's every time. But does it happen all the time? No. But the goal is to do the prep work and do the due diligence and pretty much set up yourself in a position where it can happen. So for me, those are the 3 things: volume, price levels, and then option activity. What I'm looking at. So I'm looking for large order, big sweeps, meaning somebody comes in and places an order in the money or close to the money, but tens of thousands of contracts, 5,000, 7,000, maybe 10,000. But I want that order to come in once, which means somebody bought it right away with one transaction. I don't want to see all these like small 500, 600, 1,000. These are not significant for me to follow them, okay? Because this is a small cap stock, and these orders, many of them could be just selling orders. So just by looking at today's price action, I don't see much. Maybe there were some before that. You can go take a look at the open interest and take a look at it yourself. Let's say for February 21st, 2025, there's 22,000 open interest on $15 call. You would go pull up this chart, take a look at that contract, when they bought it, how they bought it. This is what I do. I mean, I go through the chain I mean, when market closes, I spend a lot of time looking through these charts because I'm not lazy. Even though I might not place any single trade during a week, but I will spend hours and hours and hours looking at the flows, charts before I pull the trigger myself. So there may be orders that I didn't see, but the reason why I'm looking at it, it's trading above its 50-day moving average so far. As long as it's above this level, I'm going to be watching for some sort of a move to the upside and squeeze to the upside on this name. Again, I don't have a position. I don't own a stock. I don't own shares. I don't own contracts. But to me, it looks like a similar pattern. If it starts breaking, I'm going to be looking for something like 25 plus, maybe 27, 28, maybe towards $30 actually. So that's my update for SoundHound. This is not a financial advice. This is purely for entertainment. You can lose 100% of your money following random guys on YouTube. So that's the update for SoundHound AI. This is what I'm watching, and thanks for watching.